Today's the 4th of November, it's a Monday, and we're just waiting for the bus to take us into Palma, and it's actually due at any moment. I'm expecting it to come around that corner. And right on schedule, here it comes. Well, we've just had a coffee and the girls are going off in that direction, and well, I'm going off in this direction. This is where we got off the bus. It's like the terminus, and that's Sindicato, one I usually end up walking down towards the end, but today I'm going to go this way, which is not usually the way I go, but I'm going in search of a theatre, because I saw a show coming up. It's a concert coming up on Wednesday, and it's just a theatre which we've only been to once before, I think, and so I just wanted to check out where it was. And it's actually in the old part of Palma, which is what's really right in front of us now. Just a bit of a warning, some of these back streets are a little bit seedy. And this is our bus stop here. So I will end up back here later on this afternoon, in a couple of hours when Anita's finished and I'm finished. So getting back to the concerts, the way this concert was advertised was that it's actually 5 different performers, each performing 30-minute sets and a 15-minute break in between each of them. One of them, the first one, is a pianist, which I'm pretty sure we've seen before in Dea. And then there's an a cappella group, and then there's just some other music. One of the last one's a little bit strange. I'm not sure we're going to enjoy that. These 5 concerts are being promoted by the local council, and the cost, which is actually quite flabbergasting, is €1. Yeah, no, €1 for all 5 concerts, all 5 performances. Just looking at some of the buildings here. So, kind of surprisingly, we're going there, and it'll be a little bit different, something to do on a Wednesday afternoon. Unfortunately, it means I can't go to the lads' lunch, because the lads' lunch would coincide with that. I'll have to be in Palma when the lads are having their lunch. I'm quite looking forward to that. I'm sure Anita is too. I'm basically walking down towards the sea, with the old part of Palma all to my right. That's the Avenidas just down there. Government building. This morning when I woke up, it was actually raining here in Mallorca. Weather forecast didn't say anything about rain, and it was raining not too hard, but proper rain, not just a little shower. But by the time we started moving around, the rain had stopped. You can see the ground still wet, and there are some clouds around. It's supposed to be clearing up a little bit later on. if any of you've been watching any of the Mallorca files, some of the scenes are actually filmed in these old bits of Palma. Some of the back streets that I'm going to be walking through. Walk on this side for a bit just so you can see this magnificent building. Not sure I've got a wide enough angle to fit it in. (1621 to 2000) celebration. Been taking a few snapshots. Church is open, so I'm just going to have a little sneaky look in there to see what it's like. Well, it's quite an impressive church. There are the opening times, and might have to come back and have a look at this. This is not going to be a church video, so just a quick look in there, and then we'll have a little walk further along. This is Palma. Government type building. Caritas is the charity. Notice there's another Esment there. Esment is a charity that provides work for some people who otherwise find it difficult. And funnily enough, We went to one of their restaurants yesterday for lunch, which was very nice, and it's good to be supporting those people. Now this is another area I really wanted to come to, just to have a look to see what progress has been made on the Templar Tower, and work is progressing. Huge crane there, and there's a big sign at the middle there which tells us that they're spending 1.8 million euros in restoring this Templar Tower. And I think it says 17 months is the time period, so I don't know how much time's already gone, but there's still a way to go. If I carried on around the corner there, I'd end up near to the Baleares, and if I go in this direction, that takes me up towards the Cathedral. I'll just go a little way up here. I just want to take a photograph of the statue here. And this is the Romagnol Street. We're walking up now. There's a sign that says Romagnol. Closer, and I'll take some pictures of the statue here. All of these back streets, and you sort of never know what you're going to find. This is actually the place that I was looking for. Here we are. This is the Municipal Theater. Actually, just a little correction there. It is a municipal theatre. There is another municipal theatre, at least one other municipal theatre, which is on Paseo Mallorca. This one is the Teatre Municipal Cesc Forteza, and we did come here to a concert many years ago now, I think, and so it's nice that we've actually been able to, well, I've actually been able to find it again. So this is what I was surprised before when I was looking up that other street and found the music school. Then this is it, and other interesting buildings all around, including that little church there, and just so many little back streets. It's certainly a place you could easily get lost in. Road doesn't look to go anywhere. This one does. This one takes me down to the sea, and it's a little bit wet, so I'm just a little bit unsure of my footing here because it could be slippy. And this is actually taking me right down to Parc de Mar. The water bottles out. Nice little way of stopping people walking right by your window. peering into your home. Taxi coming up here.
Cálculo por diferencia de lectura se ha acabado. Desde el momento que no se reprogramen los equipos.
I'll walk down this way. I don't think I've walked this little bit before, so it's quite a nice thing to do. See, that will take you back to the avenidas down there, and just here there's a little park area for the children. Today is a normal school day for most children, but I think some of the schools have used it as an inset day or as an extra holiday to extend the weekend, so there are a few children around. There's a whole group there having a go of football on a very sloping piece of road, grass, right next to the main road. Whatnot, and the colourful gardens down there. And we've got ships galore in by the looks of things. I think I can see 3 cruise ships in. 1, 2, 3, 4 ferries at least. One of those actually just leaving. This area is the Parc de Mar we're going into now. A big area here, and this is one that I've never actually walked on this part of it before. I've always been on the lower part or on the roadside, and interesting to see this as a potential observation point for when they have events, to see what work's going on. Wasn't expecting this, but down here they've got a lot of work going on. There's some concrete pillars down there which are looking pretty sad, and so they're in repair. One of the cruise ships that I can see over there is Virgin, and apparently they're going to be launching another idea, have a mystery cruise, and do a little bit of a whodunit on there. Carry on round this way, it will take us towards the cathedral. This area down below, I have walked on there, and it's very, very uneven. They've resurfaced some of it, but this part just here they haven't, and hopefully that's something that they are going to get done, because it's actually quite dangerous down there. There's some really poor paving. This garden area though, and certainly seeing this from a different aspect. And the main flat area where people are walking, they have concerts on there, they have lots of things, markets, all sorts of things go on down there, including the Corafoc, which is quite exciting. This is actually giving me really an interesting and different view. just actually can see there, that's the back of the cathedral. And yeah, never walked along this part before, so this is new territory for me. It's good to find some new, different places, isn't it? Bicycle hire, I think. Bicycles are now closed, but always open-minded. Lovely tiling there, but sadly, a chunk of it's got lost by the looks of things. Glass blowers. As you walk along here, there are these little areas where you can sit down, have a look around. Morada. That's the name of the little walkway we're on at the moment. And I could go down, and I think if I go down I can actually go underneath and get into the Parc de Mar. In years gone by, the sea would have come much closer. They built out, so the road out there is on reclaimed land, and the water here that has no access to the sea, well, no boat access anyway. There is a little boat that runs around in there, and he just goes and does a bit of cleaning. Just a bridge of sorts now. I've actually seen this before. This mural. Archway, lovely arch that, spoilt a bit by some of the graffiti that's on the side there, but nevertheless a lovely archway. You can now see the clouds that are around us. No rain, but lots of clouds, and it's now here where we are in the sun, it's all dried up. View of the Parc de Mar. And just where I am now, I think it's where the tunnel comes out, the old train tunnel. That will actually take you, if you carried on all the way through the train tunnel, it will take you to Plaza Mayor. You can't go there, it's all been sealed off, but there are talks about opening it up at some point in the future. And the wall that you can see goes along and then to the left, and then you can actually walk around that. There's some building work going on here. again, another area where you can go down and get access to the Parc de Mar. And we come to the cathedral, and just this side is the museum that goes along with the cathedral. Different way to see the island. Not so bad for the horses in these more pleasant temperatures, but a bit of an issue in the summer when it's really hot. Down below is an area where they do have some sort of concerts now and again. And there is a museum down here, but I never actually managed to get to the museum on my list. You can see the seating there, there's a little stage area. And then this building here was a maritime museum, but never been able to get in there. So I mentioned the train tunnel a few moments ago. And, that's where it is. Those people are just actually walking up to it now. That's the tunnel where the trains used to come out when this was actually the port of Palma, and they would be loading up with goods and things. Lookout point. Here we are now, right in front of the cathedral. It's a magnificent building. One of the biggest cathedrals in the world, so it does have a special place in world cathedral building history. And the paving on the far side there has been done, and it's nice and smooth. The cafe's open, and there is a fountain that is used quite often because this has no flow of water in and out from the sea, so the water has to be circulated, otherwise it would become stagnant. And so they have the fountain running sometimes. They sometimes put a screen in the middle as well, and in the summer months sometimes show films here. These are street sellers. Sell not quite often illegal things, and that's why they're on the move, because somebody must have told them there's police around. Just a warning, it's illegal not only to sell, but it's illegal to buy from them. If you actually buy from them, you do stand a chance of being fined, so best to give them a wide berth. And there's the pathway that I said walks around the wall, so you can walk right by the water on this side. People waiting to sell their goods, and they're in a bit of a panic situation because just up the road there's a policeman booking somebody. Or at least they're just walking away actually. This is also an area where you quite often get pickpockets, so be careful. Sometimes come up to you trying to sell you a flower or something. Now, some people do have a license to sell on the streets, and then at the bottom there you can see maybe there are some people who are selling works of art, paintings, and just on this side as well. They will have a license to do that, and they should normally display it so that you can see it, and the police will come along and just give them a nod, and that's it. But now the police have gone down the steps there, and so the street sellers immediately come back and they set up their places. There is another little caricature artist who's sets up, and they're okay. You can buy from them safely. Well, I'm going to go up the steps now and have a little look from the top there. Make my way past street sellers, and well, I'll just see you at the top. Well, I made it to the top, and they've set up their little blankets with all their goods on, and I'll just come over and have a look over the wall here. Start making my way back now. I'm going to go this way. If you're ever here on the last Saturday of the month, they do a changing of the guard in this area. It's not quite like in London, but it's a little Mallorquin version. It can get a little bit chaotic, but it might be something you might want to see. And it's in the morning of the last Saturday of the month. So you can take in the cathedral, and the guards come out of there and they march up and down here. There's not many of them, but they're all in, I nearly said fancy dressed. That's the wrong way of doing it. They're all in uniform, but it's not a modern uniform, it's an old uniform from times gone by. And beautiful cathedral. Just up there we've got the beautiful rose window, and there's correspondingly on the opposite side there's another one. And if you come here very early, a week today I think actually, on the 11th in the morning, it only happens twice a year, so now at the corresponding other side of the calendar, if the sun rises, the light comes through there and it shines on the wall just below this rose window. You see, you get the rose window at the top there looking beautiful, and then down below it you get the projection of the one from the far side, and so you get sort of a figure of 8 with 2 rose windows, and it does look quite spectacular. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it that early in the morning, but many people do, and if it's a cloudy day, then tough, you've missed it. So this is, if you're going into the cathedral, this is the way you would go, and a lot of the cruise passengers, I'm sure, will have been making the way along here and going into the cathedral. Now there is a small charge, and that goes towards helping the upkeep of the cathedral. It's clearly a very expensive building to keep running, and in constant need of repair. Building 600-700 years old. There's lots of little gift shops around here which are associated with the cathedral. This way to the Arab baths.
There's the
You see the streets are still wet here because there's no sun on them. This is actually the exit from the cathedral, just down here. So if you're coming out of the cathedral, that's where you'll come out, and then you can make your way along these back streets. It's one of the courtyards, many courtyards we have here in Palma. You can see the streets are narrow. This is Evolution Mallorca. This is the 13th film festival, so we've just got a couple of days left of the film festival. And it was actually started by a former pupil, Sandra Sealing, who now goes under another name. And they've got an event on here today and showing films, some of them local films, some of them Hollywood films, some of them films rarely seen on the cinema. So quite an interesting thing here in Palma that's going on at this time of the year. And it's the 13th, so it's really become a place where people do show their films. I'm just meandering now, meandering through the streets. I've actually managed to make my way back to the government buildings. I think I've done this before by mistake. Getting close here to Plaza Court, which is where the town hall is, and you can see the flags in front. Flags have been flying the past few days at half-mast in sympathy with the people who lost their lives and lost their loved ones in Valencia. Storm seemed to have left Valencia, and Alicante, Benidorm seem to be in place at the moment. Saw some video in Benidorm where the rain was gushing down the streets just as it does here in Mallorca. I'm not sure it's quite so serious. In Alicante maybe a little bit more so. I did read about cars being washed away, which is when it becomes really serious. And lots of these garages to these apartments, they're underground, so cars will be flooded if the garage gets flooded. This is the town hall. This is the Palau de Concert, and in this big building. And this is Plaza Court. I think they're getting the Christmas lights sorted. Town Hall of Palma. Great job here keeping the streets clean. Just on my walk around, vehicles like this, another one down there cleaning the streets, and then just men, women with brooms, shovels, picking up anything that shouldn't be there. Just how clean the street is. Tourists around here. These will be tourists who are from the ships, I would think. Santa Eulalia Church, very popular one for people to visit. We may be going there. We recently went, I think, last Christmas. Shop set to mop out. Bookshop. Books don't like the damp. Hope that no damage is being caused. Just walking up the side of the church now, the Santa Eulalia Church. Just walking past some of the bakeries now. It smells good. Underground car park here, look. Syndicate down there, so I'll take a side road here. It's actually a bus stop. Ooh, nice breeze. This used to be Casa Roca. Used to be the stations to the island, but no longer.
Mira, yo soy amigo de David, de Álvaro, de estoy trabajando aquí.
Hard to believe the buses come down here. Actually going in the wrong direction now, but I'm not in a hurry. Busy road here. So I did actually walk down the road on the opposite side of this government building. Come out near to Raimondo Burgers and Fries. Raimondo has in the past been elected or described as the best burgers in town. And a nice little square here. I'll try and find a dry seat. Not sure how easy that's going to be. Well, I managed to find one seat that looks a bit drier than the others. Most of them have actually got drops of water on them. I'll take the weight off my feet for a while and I'll get back to you in a minute. There we go. I've had a little rest and I'm going to make my way back now. Lost my poppy somewhere along the way. Oh well. Getting quite warm in the sunshine now. Nice to get into a street with a bit of shade. back now to where we started. This is, well, that's where we get the bus. And there's actually 2 buses in. They go in different directions, so we get 2 buses that go to Hanover, 46 and the 47. 46 goes clockwise and the 47 goes anti-clockwise, circular routes. The one behind is the one that we will catch in, I think. Not sure where Anita is though. Due to meet her in the next 5 or 10 minutes. There they are waiting for me. Well, Anita's been buying, got lots of wool, so we'll be knitting away, click, click, click. And we're back at the bus stop now, ready to get the bus home. So thanks very much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.